I'm Caitlin, and this is Book Chat. So I'm filming two things today, so if I look the same in both videos, that's why. So I thought I'd do a video giving you an idea of how I rate books. If you have found me on Goodreads, you can see the star ratings that I give to books, and I follow the Goodreads star rating system, which is actually very subjective. So what that means is that if I give a book 1 star or I didn't like it, if I gave a book 2 stars, it was okay. If I gave a book 3 stars, I liked it. If I gave it 4 stars, I really liked it. And if I give it 5 stars, it was amazing. So what this ends up looking like in practice is that I kind of have a bell curve of reviews. So a lot of books get 3 stars, and then some of my books get 2 and 1 star, and some of my books get 4 and 5 stars, but those ends don't get very many stars. 1 stars I don't give a lot of because I just don't feel comfortable rating books that I haven't finished, and a lot of times I've decided that life is too short to read books I'm not liking. So unless I'm forcing myself to finish for some reason, I usually will just give up on a book I'm not liking. And I've also gotten better over time at kind of telling ahead of time, will I like this book or not? And then on the it was amazing side, I don't really know what really is that magical factor that makes a book from a 4 to a 5 stars for me. It's just like a very personal connection I have to a book. So a book can be very well written and a great book, and I can acknowledge that it's really good, but it'll just be really good. But then it has some factor that to me just personally just is a wow, and that is what bumps it into 5 stars. So if you're looking at my ratings and I've given something a 3 stars, it doesn't mean that I didn't like it. It doesn't mean that I think it's a bad book. It just means that I thought it was good. I thought it was average in its goodness. And it's funny because I have so many 3 stars that within the 3 stars, sometimes something will have a 3 stars and you'll be like, Caitlin, why did you give 3 stars to a NASCAR Harlequin? And you only gave 3 stars to this book I really like. And why did you do that? And it's because I just liked both of them. I enjoyed the experience of reading both of them. And I can acknowledge that some of the books that I give 3 stars are better books than other books that I give 3 stars. Some of them are better written, more interesting, more compelling, but I enjoyed them both equally, and so I gave them both 3 stars. So I just wanted to give you a heads up that if you're looking at my ratings on Goodreads, that's what you're going to get. And I don't know how often I will actually mention the star ratings in reviews that I give, but I will try to mention that every time I do give them that, a 3 stars is not bad for me. 3 stars means it was good and I liked it. And if I give a book 5 stars, it doesn't mean you will give it 5 stars, because it was something very personal to me that made it significant. I almost forgot. If you look on Goodreads, there's some books every year that I don't give any stars to. I try to go back periodically every few months and check kind of what my Goodreads review stars are looking like and see if I'm getting that bell curve. And sometimes I catch that, oh, I forgot to rate this book because when I read it, I wasn't sure what it was, so I didn't give it anything. And then since then I've decided. But sometimes I purposely don't give books a star rating because I'm really struggling with how to rate them. So sometimes I know that a book is a good book or it's well written, or I acknowledge that it's very beautiful prose, but I just personally didn't like it. If you have a question about a book that doesn't have any stars, feel free to ask me about it, and I will try to provide a better explanation for why it doesn't have stars or what I thought of it. Or I will say, oops, I forgot to put stars on it. So those are how I do my ratings, and I really look forward to seeing how you rate things. Do you ever struggle to put a star count or to decide whether or not you really liked a book, or whether or not you would recommend a book to people? I would love to hear in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Bye!